This is a performance video of Doxy by Sonny Rollins. I'll go ahead and perform it for you, playing the three-note left-hand chords and playing the melody. I've got a bass track that I'm going to be playing with as well. I'll do a performance for you of just the left hand alone without the melody, and I'll give you a chance to come in here and play with the bass player as well. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. I'll perform it for you first, and then we'll talk down a few things and give you a chance to play it with me. So here it goes. Okay, let's look a little bit at the left-hand voicings. Remember, with three-note voicings, you're playing the third and the seventh and a color tone. Here's the C ninth chord. We can also play the seventh, the third, and a color tone. Quite frequently, that color tone is going to be the fifth or the 13th. A real popular use of the 13th happens on major chords and on dominant chords. That's why on Doxy I'm using lots of 13ths. I'm going to go through and show you those now. On this particular tune, I like this chord here for my B flat 13. B flat, I would use A flat, D, and G. The A flat 13 is here. G flat, C, and F. And the G 13 is here. F, B, and E. When the chords move by less than a third, I like to keep it in the same position. So here I am with the sevenths as a low sounding voice. If the chords move by a third or more, I like to switch to the alternate position. So here on my C chord, that's moving by more than a third from my G chord. So I'm going to move to the alternate position. Instead of 7 and 9, I'm going to go, instead of going from 7 and 3, I'm going to go from 3 and 7. 3, 7, 9. That's my C ninth chord. C to the F moves by more than a third. So I'm going to move to the alternate position. 7th and 3rd and 13. F to B flat moves by more than a third, so I'm going to move to the alternate position, 3rd and 7th. So that first line looks like this. B flat 13, A flat 13, G 13, C 9, F 13, B flat 9. That's the same chords for the second line and the fourth line. So now we just have to look at the third line. Here I am on my B flat 7, so I'm just going to stay right there. For the E flat, I like the E flat 13. The chord moves by more than a third, so I'm going to go to the alternate position, 7, 3, and 13. An interesting thing happens right now on this E diminished, that this chord, D flat, G, and C, is actually a great voicing for an E diminished chord. Here it is on an E flat 13, and here it is on an E diminished. So you really don't need to move this chord at all to get to your E diminished chord. So let's go ahead and work through these chords slowly. Here we go. And we'll go ahead and put on the metronome and go at that 60 per beat is a 60 beats per measure is a quarter note. 1, 2, ready, go. Second line. Third line. So there it is at a quarter note equals 60. This time I'm going to let the bass play, and you can go ahead and play just the left-hand chords. I've got a melody for you, and I'll have the bass for you. Just concentrate on the left-hand chords. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to start that again, different track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Try it again, second chorus. B flat, A flat, G, C, F, B flat. B flat, A flat, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, E, B flat. All right, great. I'm going to play it one more time for you so you can get an idea, and you can play it along with me if you like. Here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.